If you are new to starting a garden or even germinating seeds at home, this video might be helpful to you. Today's video, I'm going to just go through the basics in terms of what type of containers that I use, and you can use almost any container you want. The whole key is to make sure there are drainage holes at the bottom. This is giving all of your plants a head start, whether you're growing flowers or vegetables or fruit. But if you plan on germinating your seeds at home, this is a very inexpensive way to do it. I know I went online and I was pricing some of the plants that you can get at the big box stores, and I know they are well over, what is it, like a few dollars to, I've seen some that were upwards of close to $10 for a plant that you would use to plant into your garden. You can buy a whole packet of seeds. It might be 25 seeds or more in a packet for maybe $3, $3.50, depending on what type of seeds you get. Typically, I like to get seeds that are non-GMO, that are organic, and sometimes I seed save from my garden from the previous year. But let me go over some of the containers that I use in terms of germinating seeds. You can use a tray like this. This has 40 different cells in them. They have holes in the bottom. They typically come with a tray. So you will place your tray with the cells inside a tray that does not have holes, because you are going to want to keep water inside that tray. And then they also come with a lid. So you'll have a lid that goes over it. The reason why you want the lid is because when you are initially planting the seed and you're waiting for it to germinate, you do need moisture inside the tray. Some seeds, you just have to look and research the type of plants and seeds that you are trying to germinate. I typically grow things like tomato plants, pepper plants, different kind of herbs. I also have grown cantaloupe, so some fruit that I'll grow, and cucumbers and things of that nature. Sometimes you might need a warming mat underneath the tray whenever you plant, because they require some heat. Some seeds don't require the heat like other seeds do. So whatever plants you get, just make sure you do your research. And also on the back of most packets, it'll tell you how far in advance you need to germinate your seeds inside before transplanting them outside. Some of the seeds will tell you plant directly in your garden when the time comes. Depending on your zone that you live in, like I live in zone 6B, and I can put a link for a chart so you can see what zone you're in if you're not familiar. Just do your research. And also, before I go on to the other containers, also make sure you don't overwhelm yourself and don't plant so many plants, especially if you're new at gardening. Start small. When I first started, I had maybe 3 or 4 tomato plants, maybe a few pepper plants. I had some herbs that I was planting, and that was about it. That's when I started, decades ago. And then now that I have my bigger gardens, now granted, I don't grow commercially or anything, so it's big for me. So the gardens that I have, and if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen the size garden that I have. I've planted more varieties. Like I also plant beans, pole beans. I plant multiple types of herbs like chives and parsley, and I grow garlic, which those are in my garden right now because I had to plant those back in the fall. I have videos on that if you are interested in, but that's the time of year that you typically plant garlic, at least in a lot of regions around the United States. Back to the containers. So you can either go with your standard seed starting trays like this. You can use containers that you have purchased vegetables or fruits in the grocery store, such as this. This was a container that I had purchased some tomatoes in. I'm going to use this side as the soil and plant my seeds in here. There are holes all around the outside here, so I do have my drainage holes. I'm going to use this as the lid Anytime you germinate seeds, you must have a lid to help with that humidity. So make sure you have a lid initially. Once the seeds pop through the soil, that lid's coming off. So, but this is another example of a container that you can start your seeds in. Here's a container that I had purchased strawberries in. Same thing. There are holes all along the exterior of the container, and then you have the lid here. I also have containers like this. This is a heavy duty, which I absolutely love these, but this is a heavy duty container. It's made of like a plastic material, and it's got the drain holes at the bottom. Any of these that have drain holes, just make sure you have some kind of a tray that can catch the water, or you can pour the water at the bottom of the tray. And once I start the seeds and after they germinate, I will pour water in the bottom of the tray and I will let it wick up through the soil. We have our standard tray. We have different vegetables and fruit containers. I showed you this type of pot. You can use solo cups. Just make sure you put holes at the bottom so the water can drain. Too much water, it will do a root rot. It'll end up killing the plant or stunting the growth of the plant. Or you can use clay pots. This is a shower cap that I bought at the Dollar Tree. I think it came, I don't know if it was a package of 10, but there were quite a few in there. I use this for a number of things. I've even used this for covering bowls, like if I was letting dough rise, but you can also use it as your cover so you can keep that moisture in there when you're germinating the seeds in the clay pot. Once your seeds germinate, like I've already started some seeds in here. It looks like there's just a couple of them that have popped through so far. When a few more pop through, because I sprinkled several seeds in here, when a few more pop through, I'll just take this off altogether. But in the meantime, I use a little shower cap to help keep that moisture in. So to keep this video short, I'm only talking about the types of containers that you can grow your seeds in for purposes of germinating. I am going to be making another video showing you how I actually use the soil and the type of soil I use and how I plant my seeds and where I place my trays and containers for the purposes of germinating and the type of lights that I use in my grow room. So that's going to be in a different video. If you have any other tips and tricks for anybody who might be new at germinating seeds, please feel free to add to the comments below and share with us any information that you might have. I'm just keeping it very, very basic, but this is kind of what I do each year. And again, this is a very cheap way of creating all kinds of plants. When I have extra plants, I go ahead and I gift them to friends and family, and they are very appreciative of it. And it keeps their costs down too. This day and age, when everything's so expensive, you may as well try to be as sustainable as you can and not be at the mercy of the commercial farmers. And I have chickens, so I'm not at the mercy of the commercial chicken farmers either. Stay tuned. Check out the other video that I'm going to be making in terms of me germinating my seeds. And until next time, thank you for watching.